We're so excited today for our JRV paper and stencil release. Look, but there's way more papers than that. We have our stencils and Debbie's stencils. We'll show you everything first and then we'll show you how we're gonna use them, redo some thrift flips. For our new JRV release, we have 2 medium papers, 6 A4 rice papers, and 16 new stencils. 8 new stencils from Jami Vintage and 8 new stencils designed by Debbie's Design Diary.
We've got a couple of projects staged out here. This is a coat rack that needs waxed. It's painted in apothecary. We're gonna do the wildflowers in the medium rice paper. That one is new for this release. And then also, I've got to get this frame painted, but I wanted to kind of look and see what colors would play with the seaside cottage paper. But this is gonna have to get cut down a little bit because it's a little smaller inside there. But I think it'll play well. Maybe some Americana. We'll get some colors out and look and see what's gonna be best to paint this frame. Before we put the rice paper in here, I'm gonna get this clear waxed. That way I don't get any wax on the rice paper. I've got cottage color in Americana and cottage color in anvil here. And I only have a little bit of anvil. I probably could paint the whole frame. And there are some darker black notes in some of the shadows in here that I think would look really good with the anvil. So I'm half tempted to just do that, but I'm thinking of mixing the green. It's kind of sagey. I don't really see, maybe up here in the leaves, up here in the trees, it pulls some of that sage color from the Americana, but I think I want to darken it up. So I'm gonna try it. If I don't like it, I'm probably just gonna paint it all anvil and maybe do some gold accents, black, gold, and this picture in there. A little bit of anvil goes a long way when you're mixing paint. Just keep that in mind. So about 2 parts Americana to 1 part anvil. Honestly, either one of these would probably look great with this frame painted that. Okay, so I'm loving the deeper tone we got here with a little bit of anvil. I'm gonna paint this on and see what we get. Okay, so that looks almost like DIY's clay-based formula in apothecary. So I added more anvil. I've cut these blocks of wood out. This is just a 2x6 that was about 3 feet long, and it fits perfectly on these mini packs. The fall mini pack comes with 6 little stencils, and they're awesome. We got a bike with pumpkins. We've got the fall y'all truck with pumpkins and flower harvest in the back. This is a vase with flowers and pumpkins in it. And then we've got a basket, harvest wheelbarrow, and a really fun little cottage with pumpkins and fall foliage on it. I've got a little bit of my Americana and anvil mix left over, so I'm gonna do 2 blocks in that. And then we'll also do, I think I'm gonna just do anvil, and I might do some regular Americana, and then we're gonna use some crockery and maybe some Provincial for stenciling these. And maybe some anvil. I think the anvil looks really good stencil. While we're waiting on that frame to dry, I went ahead and trimmed this up so that it'll fit in the frame. This is the trimmed picture. This is how much we cut off, so you can see it'll fit in a much larger frame. I'm a little sad we lost the tree, but I wanted to keep the little sailboat, little fishing, like it's like a little fisherman sailboat that's over here in the corner. So Jami is over here, her project of the day. She already kind of stepped this out. This has got Salvation Solution in white on the jar, and then she made these molds with the IOD frames mold. Is it the frames 2? Which one is it?
Frames 1, because this is frames. Yeah, I used frames 1.
Okay.
I wanted it because it's like a nice big square, so I'm going to put decoupage paper in there. I'm going to put rice paper, and then I'm just painting them crockery. Then I'll do golden ticket on the frame, and then I'll be ready for decoupage.
So we got our blocks painted, and these are the stencils. They've already been stenciled in black at some point. We've used them before. I know, using them before they're out, right? But we're gonna do a crockery and white linen mix, I think, on all of these to kind of tie them in together so that they all kind of match, even though they're different colors on the blocks. All right, this is how I measure 50-50. We'll see. Make the circles the same size and mix in. All right, I got my creamy crockery and white linen mix. Hopefully we're not too juicy. If we are, I'll wipe it off and start over. That's the only thing. You want to make sure you have a really dry brush when you're stenciling, because it doesn't matter how good your stencil is or how good your brush is. If you got a big old glob of paint on there, it will get messy. Okay, let's see how we did. Was I too juicy? I think I can live with that. I like it. We'll distress that so that you don't get like these highs and lows where the wood's a little rough. Never mind, it showed up too light with the crockery on there. So I'm just gonna go black. We might get a little bit of a halo or some shadowing, which is gonna be fine. I'll like it. Love these with the anvil, and you can see a little bit of halo of that crockery back behind. And I think they look fantastic. Turned out amazing. I was trying to be super dry on this little house with my brush. I was using the JRV 1/2" stencil brush there. And this house is so detailed. Let's see what we did. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna use this house a bunch. So this year, the mini pack for the fall release, every stencil you see in the mini pack is also available in the larger size separately. Okay, we're about to get to the decoupage portion of our video. Jami is painting these up. She's got crockery on the outsides, and then on the frame, she's doing golden ticket.
That's gonna take a couple of coats, and then we'll decoupage and then dark wax.
Decoupage in the middle, right?
Yeah, decoupage in the middle, then dark wax, the whole shebang.
And I'm about to decoupage this cardboard that goes in here, and then we have a backer that goes on that too. So we're getting the liquid patina on here. Yes, this is cardboard. We love decoupaging cardboard. It's easy and quick and cheap. If you don't have a backer, or if you're making like a quick little ornament, super easy to paint up cardboard, decoupage it, and you're done. I'm gonna saturate this pretty good because I want it to really sit down in there and adhere to the cardboard and the paper. So I'm putting quite a bit on.
All right.
So
If you have a problem with it wrinkling, one of the things you can do is paint the opposite side, like the underside. So we may have to do that, but I think we can stretch it enough in our frame that it won't matter.
Out on the cardboard, oh, it's gonna darken it up. We'll see what this looks like. I usually paint the cardboard white first, and I forgot to do that.
I think once it dries though, it won't be brown. If we screwed it up, then we'll paint the other side.
All right, just a light distress on this frame, and we will be ready to put the picture back in, the decoupage paper, or we'll call it rice paper because it does not have to be decoupage. It's a little higher end than like your regular tissue paper.
Okay, that looks so good.
All right, so we had a happy accident. I did not paint the cardboard first, and apparently it had something underneath that came through, and we got this really fun, like, antique painting look out of the decoupage paper. I can't guarantee that that will happen for you if you do a straight over cardboard. Happened for us. This is much lighter. If you paint this white underneath, it's going to be very bright.
Yeah, so you can decide if you want it to look like this or if you want it to be brighter and more neat. But you know us, we're all old and grungy, so let's put it in a frame.
Yeah, I like the moody a lot. Like,
that's so
look how
good.
This is going to look in here.
I love it. This has been hanging out in the barn for years, literal years. So, so good. Just putting this down in here and folding it on the top and the bottom. Because I use clay, the frame is not perfectly straight, but the clay works better on rounded surfaces. So I'm gonna do the top and the bottom, and then I'll do the two sides, and then I can decoupage it in. I want to mostly focus on her, so I'm not gonna worry about this person on the side. You can always cut more, but you can't cut less. So I'm just making sure that this is still where I want it to be cut.
Hey, that's gonna fit pretty good.
Little pro tip, I painted a little extra gold, so that way if I wasn't perfect, it'd be fine. Okay, so just coming in with liquid patina in here. Put the paper down in. Oops. It was just perfect, and then
You got her crooked in there somehow.
yeah, I gotta make sure she's all the way down. That's good like that.
You could always come back in with a little gold over the edge too.
Well, I need to come over that way. There we go. It's fine, because then I'm gonna dark wax it. And you don't have to overwork it. Once this dries, the patina will pull the paper down.
Some 220 grit and some tasteful distressing on my blocks here. These will be ready for the mantle. Because we got to get the video done before tonight, Jami's heat drying.
I did paint the bottoms, not like a billion coats, but they're painted.
No, they look great. What are you going to put in the tops of them? You going to do flowers or what?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think that far.
How are you going to stage these up?
No, I'm gonna let them dry, and then I'm gonna dark wax them. So they're gonna go outside for a hot minute.
Well, they look amazing.
Thanks.
All right, this is the scary part. She clear waxed the center.
Well, I clear wax the center just because liquid patina is kind of matte, and I just don't want it to get dirty in there. And I'm gonna go around this and then wipe back.
You probably need to dark wax the whole jar, but maybe wipe the wax back and then just use that to wax the rest. Go for it. Just do it.
We'll see what happens.
It's a cur jar.
Yeah, they're all different. I just grabbed them out of the box of canning jars that we have.
Yeah, that gives it some good age.
Yeah. You won't want to miss out on ordering Debbie's Design Diary stencils. Only Debbie can come up with these creative ways to decorate your home, your furniture, and anything that you need. She loves to layer, add color, and make them look so bohemian and bright. The sizes are amazing and a little bit larger than you might expect on some of the leaves and other details. So be sure to check all of the sizes and all of the layers and order some of her stencils today.
All right, some fun, quick, easy projects to show you how to use the new stencils and the new papers. Hopefully you got some ideas. I can't wait to see what you guys do with them.
If you need to buy any of these products, visit JamiRayVintage.com or find a JRV retailer by you. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
We'll see you on the next episode.